Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Today we got our first big update, and in this video I'm going to be going over all the things that have been added and changed in the game. The first new thing that you'll notice upon entering Red Dead Online today are the daily challenges. These challenges will rotate each day, and completing each individual challenge will earn you gold nuggets and XP, and then when you complete all 7 of them you'll get a bonus reward as well. Fishing challenges were also added. In order to win this, you must collect the most total weight of all fish that you catch, which can either be done by collecting lots of small fish or a few big fish. The new capture style showdown modes were not released today. Those are going to be drip fed to us, unfortunately. The rare shotgun was the only weapon released today across all platforms. The reason I say that is because the PS4 players got the jawbone knife today as well. And if you are wondering about the Evans repeater, well, that's drip feed too, so I'm not exactly sure when that's going to come out. They released a decent amount of new clothing to the game. Some of the hats look nice, same with some of the coats. However, a lot of it says coming soon, which I don't like. We can literally see the clothing, but it's just not available for us to buy yet. I don't know if this means it's going to be the limited time clothing that they were talking about, or if it's just going to be straight up drip feed. You can buy new emotes at the general store. They're not the most exciting things in the world, but they are more drawn out than the default ones we have. A few of them are pretty goofy looking. Some of them cost a lot of gold, which I don't think is worth at all. I think that's really overpriced. The world enhancements that they've been talking about for weeks now have been implemented. I'm sure you've all noticed that you can't see anyone on the map anymore. That's because the visibility range has been reduced. You have to be close to another player to see them on the minimap now. And lastly, each week we'll be getting bonuses. This week is a care package of various things. I'll have a link to the Newswire in the description if you want to see everything, because we're getting quite a lot. Things like consumables, ammunition, anything along those lines. So those are the changes relating to the main content. Now let's get into some of the weapon rebalancing, which honestly is what I'm most excited for in this update. For all weapons, the range that you can get a critical damage headshot has been reduced. In other words, the one-shot headshot range for all weapons has been shortened. This will hopefully help with the instant death gameplay because of how good auto-aim was, especially combined with the Varmint rifle. And speaking of the Varmint rifle, it caught a huge nerf. Its accuracy spread when distracted has been increased, and I can definitely tell the difference. Its lock-on range was also reduced, and its damage to other players with body and limb shots was increased for some reason. I will be doing a separate video comparing the pre-nerf Varmint rifle to the post-nerf Varmint rifle, but just from these changes alone, I think other weapons are going to prove to be more advantageous from now on. Both of the sniper rifles, the Carcana rifle and the rolling block rifle, have had their damage greatly increased to other players. Thank God. I've been saying that the rolling block rifle and really sniping in general is useless in this game. With the nerf to the one-shot headshot range and the buffs to the snipers, I hope it makes it more useful to snipe players instead of just rushing in trying to auto-aim. Ability cards also saw some changes. Any Deadeye card that you use except for Painted Black will no longer give you perfect accuracy, which is a very good change in my opinion. It makes Deadeye less of a crutch when you're going against a Deadeye player when you don't have any Deadeye to use yourself. It's not going to turn your weapon into a laser like it did before. The short game card had its required distance to receive the buff reduced, so you have to be even closer now, and the damage dealt will increase the closer you get to the enemy. This is going to be good for shotgun or melee weapon users. Peak Condition is the perk that saw the most change in my opinion. So first, sprinting will now drain less stamina at all tiers. This wasn't even a thing at all before. Its maximum damage bonus has been reduced, unfortunately. The damage bonus now scales with the amount of stamina you have left, so no more 75% stamina with a flat damage increase. The ability becomes active for 2 seconds when dealing damage, and it becomes active when stamina is below full. This is really confusing because in the game it says that you inflict much more damage when stamina is full, but in the patch notes it says that it doesn't activate until you lose stamina. Slow and Steady was nerfed slightly. Deadeye now drains when you're taking damage while it's active, so you can't just sit there and take damage combined with other cards to make the ability last longer. Eye for an Eye was nerfed in one way and buffed in another way. It will now work while you're in Deadeye, however you will earn less Deadeye per headshot at tier 2 and 3, and you are only granted extra Deadeye if the headshot kills an enemy. This was one of the best cards in the game by far, so I'm glad it got a nerf. The Unblinking Eye becomes active while in Eagle Eye and Deadeye. I think what they mean when they say becomes active is in the upper right corner of your screen the perk lights up white when it's currently working, because I don't even see how this is a change considering it's literally only active during Eagle Eye and Deadeye anyways. And the last change to the perk cards was with Winning Streak. It now becomes active for 2 seconds when you damage an enemy. Again, probably only pertaining to the visual cue you get when a perk is currently working at the top right corner of your screen. They also made some changes to a few of the free mode events. I'm not going to go into detail with them like I did with the perks because they aren't as game changing as the perks or weapons are. Anyways, that is going to be all for this video. I'll have links to the patch notes and the Newswire article of this update in the description if you want to read all the small things that were changed, because there are a lot. If you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more guide and PvP related content. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.